everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about Star Fox Assault from the Nintendo GameCube. I'm going to preface this. Haven't played this game in a very, very long time. It's been a little bit. It's been, probably along the range of like 5 years maybe. It's been some time since I've played the game. Maybe 5 years. That might be a little high, maybe. But, I don't know. I need something to talk about. I really don't see my thoughts on Star Fox Assault changing anytime soon. Even if I went back to it, I don't feel like going back to it. But felt like talking about it. And so I wanted to talk about it, even though I didn't go back to it. But yeah, I thought like I feel like I can think about it and replicate images in my mind of what it is like and all that, and I watch some gameplay videos. I feel like I feel like I could just imagine playing the game perfectly in a almost one-to-one sort of fashion, and so all that just to justify why I'm not going back to it and really testing it out, just because I wanted to churn out a review of something. I didn't want to have to go through the effort of really giving it a bunch of time. Anyways, context I felt was necessary. Let's get into it. What do I think overall score? Well, it's a toughie for this one, because I feel like there's a lot, maybe not a lot, but a considerable amount of stuff that I really like, but there's also some very significant things that bring it down or keep it from being a worthwhile sort of game. But yeah, I'd say with that, that makes it really tough. It's like I feel like I have to, makes me kind of want to score it separately. Like, what is this game just looking at all the great stuff, the greatness about it, and then what is this game looking at all the terrible stuff about it, or what's bad about it. And so I don't know, maybe telling you right now, like if I just put on my rose tinted glasses and only think about the good stuff, this is like maybe I don't know, I'm being pretty hyperbolic here, but like an 8 out of 10, that's like super hyperbolic. 7.5 is more reasonable. If I'm being very realistic and like totally actually looking at it and not really letting the positives influence anything, this game, oof, that's kind of hard to do. I have to really separate all the good things I love about it. But doing that, what I end up with is maybe something less than a 6 out of 10. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not that, but probably in the range of a 6 out of 10, maybe slightly less, just because there's so little to it. And so what is there? I don't know, I'll get into it. So yeah, and then what does that make for an overall score? It's so tough, but I'd give it, I don't know, I guess a 7 out of 10, because it's still something I might come back to, or I could get in the mood for. Maybe a 6.75 or something, in between a 6.5 and a 6 and a 7. Maybe that's what I'd give it. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. 6.75. That's what I'm giving it. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about why do I feel this way? And getting started, let's talk about the good. The good. I love the music. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear, but I'm playing it. I'm playing it in the background as I'm talking about it. Oh my gosh. The soundtrack. Every song in this game is, I want to say, great. I don't know. Maybe that might be a little much. I think some of the multiplayer mode songs don't do it as much for me. But like, basically, every other song is fantastic to me, I think. Except I don't know. I think some songs towards the later, like in the final mission. I think when you're fighting the final boss, maybe. But even then, I don't know. I still think it's noteworthy and still probably good. It just doesn't appeal to me as much. But on the whole, like 90% of the songs are, I want to say I love 90% of the songs in this game, and and the other 10% aren't bad or anything. They just don't appeal to me as much. But I really love the soundtrack of this game. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Takes me in, sucks me in. I love it. It's just I feel like it captures the mood so well, and I don't know, and it's just very pleasant. It just feels, I don't know, I love it. I feel like it really, I don't know, I just find it really matches the game. I'm gonna also should have mentioned this, but I'm kind of nostalgic for this game a little bit. I got some nostalgia bias. Played this game when I was young, and it implanted itself onto my life, and so I should mention that bias. That might affect things a little bit. Yeah. But yeah. But I still, I mean, like, because when I was young, and I don't even think I beat the game because I didn't know how saving worked. So I'd always like play maybe the first half or like first third of the game, and then I'd just do that over and over and over and over because I didn't know how to save or anything. So and so the fact that I don't know, I was just trying to provide an excuse for why I might not be completely biased for why I like the music so much or some things, because if I only played the first half of the game when I was youngin', when I play the second half, maybe and I like it and like the music. I mean, maybe that's a sign that it's not nostalgic. It's actually good. But I don't know. That's getting a little in the weeds. It's probably not worth bringing up. But yeah. Overall, I'm still inclined to think, even if I didn't play it as a youngin', I would still love the music. But yeah, I don't know. And just to give an idea of how much I love the music, I almost want to say it's like, I don't know, this might be a little much, but it's at least like in the top, maybe even top 5, but at least top 10, best soundtracks of a video game. I don't know, I really, really like it. So that's the music. What else do I really like about it? Well, I love the way the game looks. Let me tell you, I feel like the graphics, the visuals, they still hold up. I mean, maybe not so much the land missions as much. I think they're still neat to go through and still fun to go through and all that. But, yeah, actually, no, what? Yeah, let's say it. I'm saying the land visuals still hold up too. They just, they look, you can tell it's an older game, sort of. But it still looks good, I think, for me. And especially the air missions. Oh my gosh. The Arwing missions, I mean. So pretty. Oh my gosh. It's just, what a cool look. Such a cool, I don't know. I really love the aesthetic, the look of this game, the world, the environments. It all just takes me in. I'm like, this is so cool. This is the stuff that, like, inspires children to play, imagine crazy things. And I don't know. It's just, I really love the Arwing missions. And actually, now I'm thinking back about the land missions, I think they're definitely, at least some of the enemies do not look great. But also, like, I don't know, you could make a case that the environments of the land missions look a little dated, or aren't as impressive. But I think it still works or whatever. But yeah, I just want to clarify that. So that's that. Anything else I really love about it? I have an affinity for the interactions, the character conversations, where they'll spout little random scenes or whatever, have cute little interactions and stuff. I find they're I don't know. It's definitely going for a mature tone. It's like, this is for teenagers. We gotta, this is like, it's trying to be cool, and like, this is serious, I don't know. That's the vibe it gives me. But I don't know. It just doesn't come. I don't take it seriously, but I still enjoy it. I don't know. I still like the vibe it gives me. Where these characters all acting like kind of serious and stuff. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I don't know. I like it. But yeah. So yeah, but honestly, that doesn't bring it up that much. That is just one other thing I like about it. That doesn't, but honestly, I don't think that changes the score all that much. I just felt like mentioning it because it's something I like. And a lot of people talk about how much they like the multiplayer. I actually didn't really get to experience much of the multiplayer. Sorry, I had a drink. That was why I paused. And so, unfortunately, I can't really say much about it. I think it was always neat to, because I did play it occasionally with my sisters, but we didn't really, I don't know, we didn't do it that much, and when we did it, it was not, I don't know, they were the type of playing together we had. Competition was not a very, it's not something that was enjoyed. Usually when we played on multiplayer, it was just an explore the area kind of thing. So didn't really get to touch that aspect of it. So yeah, kind of cool, but can't really say much about the multiplayer. I imagine that would bring it up probably if I had people who really enjoyed it, but yeah, can't really say much about it. So that's, I think, all the good stuff. Overall, I think the biggest contributors to the awesomeness of this game, or the things that I really like about it, are the world, the look, the environments, the aesthetic, and the music. And I don't know, the music is part of the aesthetic, I suppose, but like I don't know, all those things are, I don't know, they stand out to me and really make this game feel special and cool and all that. And then before I get to the bad stuff, let's talk about the the fine stuff, the stuff that, like, hey, this keeps it cool, I guess. And that is just the, I don't know, I guess it's kind of, probably be better just to combine this with the bad stuff. I mean, honestly, I was talking up the bad stuff. It's not that bad. It's just very, I think the biggest lame thing about this game is, yeah, I really just have to combine the neutral with the bad, because there's not really, I don't think there's a good way of talking about it any other way. I don't know. I just feel like talking about it that way. So, what is the biggest problem with this game? There's not a lot to it. I'm telling you, it's like someone said it was like a 2-hour game. That sounds pretty right. Like, it is extremely short. You can, oh my gosh, just beat it. No time at all, really. I don't know. I'm gonna look up what is the average playtime real quick. I'm gonna pause it. It might take me some time. Okay, just looked it up and I was a little surprised. Apparently, the average playtime is like 5.5 hours or something like that. I don't know how much. I think that the impression I got was that was like bare bones, I guess. So I don't know, a little more than 2 hours, I suppose, but still pretty short. Not gonna last you that much. That's like, it's, yeah, I don't know. Still kind of short. So, and that's the biggest thing I have. That's the biggest problem I have with this game. It's just because I feel like it's, I don't know. It's with the recent, I feel like retro games are especially expensive now. But like, so that does change things a little bit. But looking up the price, it's, I don't know. It's not. I'm getting some mixed stuff here. Like, I don't know. Looks like it's upwards of $40. And I'm seeing one where you just get the disc for $30, and that absolutely not worth it in my opinion. I don't think. Like, for what's there, for what's in this game, and what, just taking everything into account, even the awesome aesthetics and the music and all that, I feel like this game isn't worth $15. Even that seems a little, I don't know, it's awkward, because I can tell, obviously a lot of effort went into it, making the world, casted voice actors and the music and all that, but so for that, I feel weird putting it at like less than $15 or making it a $10 game or whatever. But even like, yeah, $15 to $20, that still sounds a lot for what is there and the enjoyment to be had. Like, I don't know. Oh, dang it, I just cut off the music. I thought I was cutting off something I didn't need. Yeah, so that makes it, yeah, it's just so little there. And even though I know there is some replay value to be had, like with, you can play it on different difficulties and collect, there are these bonus flags or something, I think, in each level or whatever. And if you get them all, I think you get some sort of bonus. I don't know, something like that. which adds a little replay value. But even then, the overall content of the game is not that entertaining. It's fine, but it's not. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't stand out, and I don't think it's something I would like. The short content of the game, is okay because the entertainment value there is so good. I don't think that's the case. Like, it feels pretty basic, the actual content of the game. So that's what makes this such a hard for me to, makes me want to talk this game down because there's so little to it. But yeah. So that's the biggest con of the game. Really, if there's anything bad I would talk about, that's what I would talk about. And I don't really need to talk about anything bad else about the game. And the rest of it is just, it's just a normal kind of basic game. It's not, it's just not very stimulating. It's not bad at all. It's totally normal. It's pretty fine. But it's just not that, I don't know. There's not a lot to it, There's, even on the hardest difficulty, I think the thing I've always, I noticed about it was like, yeah, you had to play a bit safer. You had to you had to do things a bit better, manage things a bit better to manage your health and all that, and make sure you didn't die. But like, I don't recall there being like more enemies or anything like that, or it being that much more satisfying to go through. I think it became satisfying because okay, now it's actually a little bit of a challenge. It's not just it's not just how many enemies can I kill and how quickly can I complete the objective. It's like, now I gotta manage my health. So I mean, that does add some fun to it, but like not that much. I mean, and so yeah, overall the game is just kind of basic. Not that, I mean, I don't know, like even the Arwing missions, a lot of people seem to talk them up, but like a lot, when I hear people talk about the game, I hear like Arwing missions are so great, land missions are pretty bad, or like the land missions are the downsides of the game. And I think, yeah, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. I think at the very least the Arwing missions are more interesting because of just how visually impressive they are. But I don't know that I find myself that much more stimulated. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say maybe I do find myself more stimulated, but I think maybe it's just stimulated in different ways, perhaps. I don't know. But I don't know. Just that I can't figure out where I was going with this, but yeah, I just don't think there's much to it. It is cool. I do, it is still, if there was more to this game, I would enjoy it. I would like, that would be awesome. That would be good. There's nothing really that I feel like they necessarily need to improve. I think the biggest thing is just making the enemies a bit more, I don't know, satisfying to kill, because I don't know, sometimes it could just be a little, you shoot them and they break apart and it's just not totally satisfying. Or like, I don't know, just make them more interesting to fight. I think in the Arwing missions you do have that a little bit more, but and in some of the land missions are like things can be a bit interesting, like the Sargasso, or I think is what it's called. That one was kind of, I don't know. Honestly, they're not. Again, yeah, they're not at all bad. They're not at all bad. They are fun, but they don't stand out enough to like, I don't know, really, make the game worthwhile. If I'm coming back to the game, it's not gonna be for the gameplay. Probably it's gonna be for the, I don't know, just the cool world, and the aesthetic, the overall feel I get from playing the game, and just the vibe I have of the game. But yeah, and so yeah, just trying to think if there's anything else to talk about, or if it's worth going into better detail about the game. Like, I don't know, I find myself comparing it to Kid Icarus Uprising a lot, I suppose, but I don't really know if that's worth talking about. Like, maybe I should do that for when I talk about Kid Icarus Uprising. I'll talk about how it's better in so many, I don't know, all the different ways it's better, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting a little, I don't know whatever. I don't know if that's worth bringing up or whatever. But yeah, I don't really know if there's anything worth talking about else here. So yeah, overall, is it worth getting? I don't know. If you're watching gameplay and you're like, oh, this looks so cool, I mean, it does have a cool feeling. It does have a cool feeling. I love the feeling of the game, but like, for what's there, I don't know. If you're looking at it and you're eyeballing it, you know, just be aware it's not gonna last you long. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Like, you might come back and revisit it from time to time, but I don't know. I would just find some way to like, I don't know. I was gonna say find some way to play it for, I don't know, a better price or whatever than like. But I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird thinking about it. Like, maybe it is worth a little bit, you know, just because of the replay value and, you know, the unique vibe and feel I get from the game. All of that, maybe that does make it worthwhile. But I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm just rambling now, so yeah.